need in the community for something, and we're glad that somebody stepped up and started the ball rolling and set up a board, and then they stepped away, but they're still going 5 years in, still putting on shows. I'm Trevor Pierce, and I'm on the board of directors, but I also do a lot of the directing for the Passage Players. There's a great history here, and one of the things we want to do is promote Eastern Passage culture and encourage people to write their own pieces. There was a pantomime based on Snow White, which was written by a local person, and there was another one based on Lawler's Island, or written about Lawler's Island, again, written by a local person. So we've done mostly locally written pieces, all but one, I think, have been locally written. And the history is fascinating. Pirates, the Tallahassee, quarantine station on Lawler's Island, McNabbs. There's so much going on around here, and there's so many good stories. There are so many people helping out. They're everywhere. Volunteers in every corner of the room, serving drinks and bartending and backstage. There's people everywhere.
Many hands makes it easier. You have to have many people, not just one person. I like to think I think the ID, and people call me crazy, and then they get it done. Sometimes we do a lot of people recruiting in between, did you know? And some people just come, just like they heard they want to be part of us. They just went to one play, and they love the play, and they just, I want to be part of that. So the big recruitment, I would say, for us is being our play, because people go to the play and they say, where do I sign in?
My name is Angie Hibbert, and I'm the chair of the board for this fiscal year, from February to February. I have been in Passage Players now for 5 years. 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. And I've always been on the board of directors. Since 2005, we've done 7 plays, so 7 in 5 years. Each one seems to be a little bigger, although we keep saying we're going to try to keep the count of people down, but it keeps getting bigger. And those seem to be the ones that are most successful. Right now, because of COVID, we've had to restrict. So what we've been doing to keep our membership active is doing play reading on Zoom. So right now it's keep the membership happy, keep them engaged, do some workshops, whatever we have to do online. And that's really what we've been doing.
Yeah, I've got a theater degree, so I'm trained to do some workshops, and I'm a teacher. And again, that builds capacity. That takes the pressure off myself as a director and people who produce and set designers, so we can spread out our knowledge and build the ability in the community so that we can do even more plays. If it's not me directing, then we have 2 or 3 other people who could direct because of the workshops. I've had people who did a playwriting workshop, people actually wrote full-length one-act plays, and we performed them.
So I got inspired at a workshop that Trevor actually hosted, and it was so much fun. And it was called really Apologetic Arts, and I wrote a play while I was in that session. It took me 15 minutes, and I completed it from start to finish. The idea just flowed. Then I came home and kind of massaged it a bit and gave it back to Trevor, and we decided to actually act it in one of our performances. It was called On the House, and I took the key role of the play. So that got me back on the stage, and it was so much fun.
I was out of theater for 10 years or so, living my life, having children, getting married, and got back into it because of the Passage Players. And even the first rehearsal, I was like, yeah, this is what feels right. This is where I'm meant to be. I'm meant to be directing. Everything just came naturally to me. I knew what to say, how to say it, how to motivate people. It just felt so good.
Definitively, we are a big family. I would have no problem to say we are. We all depend on each other, and nothing gets done unless one can, So it's pretty amazing. That's what got me, is the fact that people, the work they put in it. It's amazing.
I was so comfortable. I thought everybody was talking about it being nervous and having butterflies. I didn't have any of those. It felt natural to me. So for the first time in a long time, all my career I presented. I've been in front of huge crowds, but never when you're writing and producing or performing something that you wrote. You take a different flavor. It's yours. You own it from start to finish. And that's how I felt about the play.
It's teaching. It's teaching, it's growth, it's building, it's making life better for everyone. I'd be good to lead up to rehearsal. Some people like the show itself, but for me, it's growing and building.